It literally has a truck frame and then a tub on top. Dude, that thing is strong. Look at this part of the frame right here.
Then you take them off battery contact, because if you pull it like this, blow up airbag.
Ooh. All right, so before this video gets started, guys, we got a huge announcement to make. We are launching our biggest giveaway ever, and it's this whole entire package right here, a 2024 GMC Denali right here, lifted perfectly, and it's hauling something very special behind it, a Nissan GT-R Black Edition, and it comes with this epic trailer, and on top of all that, $30,000 cash. And there you have it, guys. The giveaway is officially live, and we're only running this for 2 weeks, guys. This is a super short giveaway, and let's just go ahead and give you the rundown of what we got. So this was my personal truck, but you know what? We went ahead and took it from stock, and we made it even more epic. We threw on a 6.5-inch BDS coilover lift, Fox shocks. This thing rides way smoother than factory. It was already smooth, but this made it even more smoother. And also we got these nice 12 by 24 inch wheels. These are JTX 4s. This is from Custom Offsets right here, and it's got some nice tires on it, 37s. And I love how Custom Offsets actually sent us this whole entire package. Literally, we didn't have to do anything. The sensors were in it. It was fully balanced. We just threw it on, and it just made this truck look way more epic. Love this truck. Overall, interior is mint as well. You guys just got to see it. Fully blacked out. It's got like this wood grain right there that fades into black. It's the perfect interior. Absolutely gonna miss this truck, but you know what? One of you guys is gonna take it home along with the GT-R, along with the trailer. This is absolutely just crazy right here. And we did end up buying a super high quality trailer because you know what? We got a heavy duty truck that can haul it. And as for the GT-R right here, it's pretty much bone stock, I guess, other than the wheels. It's got 2 peach wheels on here. It doesn't even have cold airs, but this is the Black Edition. Check out the interior. It's got the Recaro racing seats with a little bit of red. And let me tell you guys, when we're done with this thing, it's gonna absolutely change. We got a bunch of performance stuff, appearance stuff. It's got a little bit of carbon here and there, but we got a lot more stuff on the way. We're gonna make this thing spit flames for sure. We have to do that, and we're gonna throw exhaust on it. We got a bunch of epic stuff on the way, guys. But you know what? One of you guys is gonna take it home, so definitely don't miss out. Check out goonsquad.com. Check out all the official rules. Cop you some gear, and you might be the one. So today, we are going to be rebuilding a 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser.
Look how sick this thing looks, just ripping around in the dirt, unwrecked. We had to have one and put our own personal touches on, so we found one of the first ones wrecked on the auction, and here it is.
Alright, time for a little history lesson on how the Land Cruiser was made. So, do you know anything about the origination of the Land Cruiser?
A little bit.
You've been listening in the background a little bit. We've been doing some research.
more.
So basically, the Land Cruiser was built due to the Korean War, and during that time, South Korea invaded North Korea, or North Korea invaded South Korea. I think it was vice versa.
Yep.
And basically, also, U.S. occupied Japan at that time, and they were trying to make Japan an ally. So, and also they were trying to help out North or South Korea at the time as well. So they needed military vehicles, and basically, U.S. was telling Japan like, hey, you guys need to make some domestically sourced military vehicles. So
this is a military-based vehicle.
Exactly. So they started designing the Land Cruiser, or they made the Land Cruiser and they basically copied the Jeep Willys, a bunch of it. And actually the first Land Cruiser was called the BJ, the Jeep BJ Cruiser, something like that, which is wild right there. But later on they got sued and stuff and they had to change the name to Land Cruiser, and that's what we got right out there. So we just gave this sucker its very first foam wash just to knock off all that auction dust and just to inspect it a lot closer. But here it is, guys, this SUV. Wanted to give you guys something a little bit different. I think that's a good looking SUV right there, and it's fully loaded with goodies. We're gonna go over all that in this video. And also we're gonna try to rebuild this thing pretty dang quick, maybe even all in this video. Who knows? We'll see how it goes.
It can be possible depending on how bad it is once we go over it.
Exactly. But I mean, look at this paint job, man. It's called Underground, just Underground. It's a pretty cool looking color. It's like a super dark gray. It's almost got a hint of navy in it as well. And it flows pretty dang good with all the black accent trim pieces. The blacked out windows, those are super dark. I wonder if that's from factory right there, dude.
Definitely not. I mean, but the everything black on the accents, like mirrors
Yep.
and stuff, that's definitely factory. Even got like a blacked out roof rack, which, I mean, it makes a
stock.
sharp looking car.
I mean,
know?
this is pretty much bone stock for the most part, and we are going to throw some aftermarket stuff at it. But before we get to that, we got some more important things to take care of. So we're gonna go ahead and go over these damages. So in the front end, it may not look like it, but this thing did probably rear end something, and then something rear ended it. And it looks like these little trim pieces right here on the left and right are a little like pushed out. So there might be a bracket broken behind it. And also the headlights look a little out of place, which those do look like some pretty dang expensive headlights, but it looks like something that we could completely just fix and not have to buy new parts on this front end. There's definitely some evidence of this sucker rear-ending somebody. I mean, you got scratches along that hood right there. You got a little indentation right there. I mean, it's all making sense. Headlight definitely probably broken some tabs or something, but hey, it's intact. That's a strong front end right there. I don't know about that rear end though. I think they built the back end out of Legos or something. I don't know, maybe a semi truck hit this thing in the back. Dang, undamaged. Jeep BJ. What if there was like some Jeep BJ Easter eggs throughout this thing or something? That would have been funny.
Do they do Easter eggs on Toyotas? We're about to find out.
Yep, we will. So back here, it's a different story. This is definitely where the majority of the damage is. I mean, it goes far into here. It's probably gonna go into like 3 layers, even into structural stuff. I mean, we got this quarter panel that's gonna need to be replaced. The bumper, of course, which it looks like a pretty technical bumper. I mean, look at that. You got wires up in there and all sorts of stuff. And also, you're definitely gonna have to replace this whole entire lid, which that's simple stuff. That probably took a bunch of that hit too. So that's a good sign right there. Let's hop on this side over here. And we got a perfect taillight, perfect quarter panel. I mean, dude, this might even be better than I thought it was, dude.
Could be an easy fix, honestly.
I guess it's just gonna come down to really just tearing into this thing, pulling some frame, and seeing how far this damage goes. So let's see if we can open up this tailgate and kind of just see the damages when we open this thing. But I don't know where the button is. Is it here? What? Oh, it's
Maybe
right
you
here.
need the key. What the heck is what was that?
Oh, I think the actual glass just lifts up by itself first.
Oh,
That's
this
pretty
opens
neat,
up?
dude. But
I didn't
this,
even know that.
this opens up.
You got it, man. I believe you.
Let's go. You believe me or you believe in me?
I believe that you cannot open it. Dang, that thing is stuck, ain't it? Oh,
Not stuck enough.
dang, that thing is split in two.
Dang. Okay.
do
Okay.
we got?
This side looking good all the way down, but this way, look at that. Is this this just plastic right there, or is that metal?
It looks like the ocean is going on over here.
It's really
What does
wavy
the
up in
inside
here.
over here look like?
Inside looks pretty nice. Look at the plastic. Plastics are intact. That's always a good sign right there.
Maybe a little bit bent, but they're there.
Dude, this thing is actually pretty sick on the inside as well. I think we'll probably give it a quick clean before we tear this thing down, show you guys this inside, and then we'll do the full tear down. Look at this, guys. We found a lottery ticket. We got a lottery ticket up in the Land Cruiser. 25,000, Pops.
2,000,
How do you have to get?
25,
Nah.
1,000, 25. Three like amount. No way.
What is it, Pops? Is it real?
I think so. Say 3 times.
Okay, let's read
Like
it in the
3.
back.
1, 2, 3.
Let's read the back.
Read. Go ahead, read. You just get wrong. This is a fake ticket.
That is joke.
God.
That is joke.
No, I don't care. It's not big deal.
That's a Toyota horn right there.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Dang. It's like nice and nice, you know?
It doesn't
Not
piss
aggressive.
people off.
It ain't aggressive at all.
It's like, hey, just maybe get out of the way.
Please move. Please. Sir, with all due respect.
So in the interior of this Land Cruiser, you just see that there is just no airbags blown whatsoever. This thing is actually pristine on the inside, and this is the premium package. First off, these seats are just beautiful. This is called Java Softplex. They have like a coffee look to them. They look super cool, and they're super soft, man.
Dude,
That is crazy.
super soft right there, man. This is just the top of the top right
Oh
here,
yeah,
dude.
this is like, I think they optioned out every option in this car. I mean, it has a big screen right here. You got a digital dash, you got heads up display, and I believe this has like steering assist, lane change assist, pretty much can drive on its own assist. This thing is insane. And the coolest feature about this whole thing is what's beneath this little center console. Look at this.
God,
You
dude.
open this up, look at that button. Press the cool box button. And then, oh dude, look at that. That's actually cold.
Perfect for chocolate right there,
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. You got some cold drinks in there, and you just can't have fish or steak in this thing, man.
Dude, this thing's a vegetarian, man.
Vegan stuff right there.
Dude, but this is just crazy. And you hear how this thing just turned off? Did you hit anything?
No, this thing is actually running. That's just how it works because this thing has dual motors. We'll talk about that later, but if I just tap the throttle,
Fires right up.
sounds like a futuristic machine.
Dude,
right
this thing
there.
is loaded with tech. We'll show you guys what's under the hood here in a bit. But dude, you want to show them the 360 camera feature?
Yeah, man, you just press this little button right here. If you're off-roading or whatever, you got a bird's eye view of this car. Look at that, man.
Dang.
And then you can click this one, and you got even a closer view. It's kind of like you're inside the vehicle, and it's showing you what's super close so you don't scratch it, damage it. That is just such a cool feature right there. So they don't call this thing a Land Cruiser for no reason. This thing is actually off-road capable. I mean, look at all these buttons that you actually need to use when you're off-roading. I mean, sway bar disconnect, that is a big one. You only see that in like Rubicons and Jeeps. And then you got front and rear axle lock. You got some crawl modes that you can go switch from. You even got some mode select buttons. Look at that, deep snow, mud, sand, dirt, auto. You got it all, man.
This thing would be perfect in like Australia or something.
Anywhere. And in the back, check this out. So we noticed something super interesting. We noticed these grab handles, extra vents back here, 2 cup holders, a USB supply port right there on both sides. And we're like, dude, that is crazy. What is that for? And apparently there's third row seating in other countries except for the United States, which kind of sucks because that would have been pretty cool, you know?
Dude, we might have to call up Japan or wherever and see if they can get us something ordered, man.
Bring in a third row seat in America, dude. That would be unique. But you know what? You do get a lot of space back here. You can put a bunch of stuff back here. Even those seats will tilt forward. Have a lot of room. You can live out in the back because it even has a little power supply. Just plug in whatever you want.
Coffee maker right there,
120
dude.
volts. That's pretty powerful, man.
Dude, this is like an overlanding machine right here.
This is what it was built for.
Land Cruiser.
That's right. Now let's see what's underneath this hood and what kind of power this thing is
Golly.
packing, man. Look at this thing. This thing just looks like a headache. Look at all these wires, man.
Good thing we didn't get it wrecked in the front, man.
Oh man, that would have been a nightmare. But you know what? We got an electrical motor that makes like 48 horsepower and a 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, which makes like a combined horsepower like 326 horsepower, which is not that bad. Apparently that's more than the previous years, and it makes 465 pounds of torque, which is just really good for this
Dude,
thing.
that sounds pretty good right there, but I know a lot of people are wanting probably a V8 up in here, dude.
Twin turbo V6.
Got plenty of room.
Got plenty of room, but that's just the world we live in today, man. Everything's going electric. Gets 22 miles a gallon, which is amazing, and it can tow 6,000 pounds, man.
Impressive,
That
man.
is pretty dang good.
All right, so that's enough fun facts for the day. It's time to get our hands dirty. Let's start tearing this thing apart and see how bad it is. So this right here is no longer gonna be a quick rebuild, guys, but it's not gonna be a super long one either. I mean, look at this frame damage right here. Dude, I didn't know this Toyota was built this stout. It literally has a truck frame and then a tub on top. Dude, that thing is strong right there, man.
It's framed up, man. I'll tell you what, that thing is tough.
Dude, and you know what's crazy is we were looking into these parts right here, and you actually can't really buy a lot of frame components, but luckily we were able to find this back piece right here that just welds on for $1,200, and there's only 4 in the country, and we locked one of them suckers in, dude.
Dude, huge
Awesome.
relief, because I was like, that's going to take forever to pull, but now we can just replace that piece.
100%, and then we were looking at some more damages over here, but first thing, this tire right here actually saved us a lot of damage because it was kind of like working as a cushion. So whenever this area got hit in, the tire also jammed up against this track bar, and it pretty much just saved that damage from going a lot further. I mean, the track bar did hit the axle right there a little bit, put a little ding in it, but I don't think it's going to affect anything. So you got to run your spare tires.
Run your spare tires underneath. That definitely saved a lot of damage. It was actually stuck in there pretty good, but I mean, that's it.
Not quite. There's a little bit more damage right here. Look at this part of the frame right here. It is just pushed down. It's kinked. It's bent pretty badly. And this piece right here, you cannot buy individually, even though it splices in right here. Literally just welds on right there on both sides. But we called the dealership and they want to sell us the whole frame for $10,000. And we were like, yeah,
Hey,
right.
That's why we got a $10,000 frame machine
Well,
that's
it-
going to save us that money.
$10,000, exactly. It's gonna save us a bunch of money because you know what? We could definitely strap this sucker down, heat that up, and straighten that out, no problem.
Yeah, it just needs to
whatsoever.
go up a little bit, and that's it, man.
Yeah, I think we got it under control. And honestly, I like a good old little challenge. You know, we got to put that frame machine to work.
Yes, sir.
I guess right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear into it a little bit more. We want to see how bad the actual tub is over here, and then we're gonna probably get it up on the frame machine and maybe do some pulling. So this right here is the reason why there's no third row seating in this car, and that's because there's a massive battery pack right here, and it's just crazy to see everything that's going on back here. I mean, we tore it down just to get ready for framework, and there's even an extra HVAC system back here, and I have never seen that. It's pretty cool. It actually runs to the roof vents right there, and also it runs through the battery pack, and I guess cools that battery. Dude, that's pretty interesting. I've never seen that in any car that we've worked on.
I wonder if that's just for the hybrid Land Cruiser, or do all Land Cruisers have dual systems like that?
That's a good point. I'm really not sure, but hey, super neat in here. There's a lot actually going on for a Toyota, all sorts of sensors and wires and all that fun stuff right there. But also there's actually some AC lines that run, I guess, to that HVAC system through the wheel well right here, dude. I can't imagine how much Freon this thing takes right here, dude.
It takes a lot. And is that coolant lines too? Yeah, coolant lines, because it's heat too. That is wild,
dude.
man.
That is just pretty dang neat right there. Also, we did end up removing this glass right here because we are going to pull this area, and whenever you're pulling quarter panels and there's glass, you know, it's going to crack if you don't remove it.
Yeah, and we're gonna replace it right here. Good thing they had these little points right there. We're gonna cut it, so
Yep, you
pop
can
the
tell
glass
right here,
out.
look at that, man. There's no gap right there, so we definitely got to do some pulling. My man, anything else that you noticed on the inside, man?
I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, that is, to look at a quarter panel like that, that is wild. Look how much stuff is going on.
So intricate, but it's built tough. Even the damage in here is not too bad, so we're just gonna have to do some slight pulling. So let's get the sucker strapped up on the frame machine.
So before we actually put this thing up on the frame machine, we want to go ahead and lift it all the way up and see if there's anything cool going on underneath this thing. So we didn't mention this yet, but this thing has a little over 800 miles. That's why it's so clean under here. But let's just go ahead and do a little walk around. First off, the iconic Toyota axle. Them things actually been doing great over the years, so they threw one in here. Look at this, first of all. That is the size of a 50-gallon barrel right there.
That's a fat exhaust. Got to get rid of that.
Got the transfer case right here. That's a big old electronic mechanism. I think it actually locks in there, which is super cool. Maybe it does all the four-lock, does all the good stuff in there, but the transmission right here, got the electronic sway bar disconnect, independent front suspension, which is really awesome. That's definitely going to give you a lot more comfort on the road. But as for the electric motor, that's what I was really interested in. I think it could be possibly part of this transmission, the engine right here. It could be this little part, honestly. That's it, just that little section, because it does have a little oil pan there. Who knows? We're trying to figure this whole entire thing out ourselves. I love how everything is pretty much metal too. It's like really built to last. You got these nice beefed up lower control arms, aluminum knuckles, which that's really good. And it got these nice brake calipers. Look at that.
Dang, almost like Brembos or something,
Honestly,
dude.
just paint them up, make them look clean. Frame is all painted, no really rust under here. Everything is nicely powder coated, which that's surprising from a factory nowadays. Super clean, looks really nice. Let's just go ahead and throw this thing on the frame machine.
All right, so it is the next day here, guys, and we were getting ready to pull some frame on this Toyota, but the Toyota was not ready. It's literally not budging. We're getting a hybrid system malfunction. So of course we put the scanner to it, and literally it's telling us to throw in a plastic trunk trim, which we already threw it in, and apparently it has some sort of HVAC sensor. Guess it's like a safety feature for the battery. So got rid of that code, and now it's giving us a code for the trunk hatch. Literally, there is a key reader in the, I think, the glass of the trunk lid that wants to be connected in order for this thing to move, man. Wait, there's no glass in this. Isn't there like an antenna in the glass?
No, we don't need it. I think it's just like an actual antenna.
Hey,
Nice,
dude.
That's all it took.
This is a little trunk lid.
It's a little trunk lid and she's ready to go. Don't disconnect your trunk lids on these things. You ain't going nowhere.
What on earth? How's it moving right now?
Full electric. Full electric.
That's pretty cool. Dang, dude, imagine crawling in stealth mode. Started working again. Yeah, we gotta secure this thing with some more chains. Definitely.
Then you take them off battery contact, because if you pull it like this, blow up airbags.
That's how you do it right there.
They take off that rear cross member right
Dude,
there.
so that was crazy right there. This thing is tough, man.
It's tough, man. Toyota built a pretty tough car. I mean, that was tough to even try to pull out. So we're like, it's not even worth it. Let's just go ahead and cut that rear section off. That's the section that we bought brand new. So now all we have to do is pretty much just straighten out this little frame piece right here, do whatever we got to do,
Yeah.
do the tub, and then we'll weld in the new piece.
100%. It's going to be much easier just working with one piece, one frame rail at a time versus having this attached and all that stuff right there. But
yeah.
man, this is going to be a fun one.
It'll be a pretty fun, tough one because that metal, that's a whole different story right there.
Yeah.
But we got it,
We
man.
got it. We're going to add some heat, add some hydraulics to it, and hopefully we can get it where it needs to go.
Hopefully we don't have to buy a whole frame.
But guys, that's all probably going to be in the next one. We really don't want to mess this up because if we like kind of damage this frame rail right here, it's going to cost us $10,000. So we're probably going to end up calling in V-Tuned, get a second opinion on this, and hopefully we can save this right here and finish up this Land Cruiser all in the next video. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Definitely drop all your guys' comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.